People like to misquote these two things, an entrepreneur and a business person.
Yeah.
When you look at an entrepreneur is a person that comes up with an innovative, mark the keyword, innovative idea to solve a particular problem. The base level of education is from grade 1 to 12. These other education, such as the formal education, the university, I would say if you are a business person, you want to get into business, I would say it's not the right way to go. The only business concept that I can remember that applies in real life is it comes from accounting, the business entity concept. You know, as a leader, one thing you need to understand, if you choose to become a leader, you need to understand that the people that are behind you, they are looking up to you. The same applies. If a sheep is led by a lion, those sheep can defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. Understand? AI. What does it mean? Artificial intelligence. Understand? Artificial. What does artificial mean? Something that is not real. Something that has been duplicated. It's not real. So now, artificial intelligence. So what it means is that those people that make AI, they are just to get a copy of the mind and make it artificial.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's talk finance with Mary. Of course, my name is Mary Rubala, a chartered accountant by profession and also a financial literacy advocate. So today we are going to be joined with one of our very special guests by the name of Mr. Kennedy Libingi, and of course a student at Evelyn Horn, and he's going to feature in one of our topic, which is called upcoming young entrepreneurs. You know, as we live in this generation, we want to understand to say how young entrepreneurs are coming and how are they going to be strengthened and how are they overcoming their challenges and the like. So before I even go any further, I would allow Mr. Kennedy to say anything if you would want to before we start. Welcome, sir, to our channel.
Thank you very much for for this invitation. And I received the call from you. I was so surprised that okay, the chartered accountant has called me.
Yeah.
Let's go see what she has. Otherwise, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Welcome. So before I even continue to before I continue to get into the main topic of today, I want to get something from you. You're a student, right?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So how do you manage like balancing student life and being an entrepreneur at a go? Because I know both of them are very challenging. How do you manage it?
So now, balancing school and business is one thing that is very, very hard to do because both need your attention. Same applies. If you're a guy, you have two girls, both will need your attention, but how do you get to balance? So it's kind of difficult. So balancing between business and education is very difficult. It really needs a lot of emotional intelligence because there are times whereby you are there out there in the street, you're hustling, you're in your business, and then also school is also calling you full time. Business has to be full time, school is full time, so it's very, very difficult.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I know it's very difficult because I've been in those phases before, and yeah, that's so interesting. But again, I wanted to ask this question before I even ask you the other question. So, what do you really understand when you just say about entrepreneurship? Do you think an entrepreneur and a business person are two same people?
Okay, that's a very, very good question. You know, people like to misquote these two things, an entrepreneur and a business person.
Yeah.
So, according to my own understanding, I think these two are two different things. Because when you look at an entrepreneur is a person that comes up with an innovative, mark the keyword, innovative idea to solve a particular problem. And then a business person is somebody that starts a business that is already in circulation, and then they just start running it.
It's being run by other people.
But yeah, by other people. You don't add any uniqueness to it. I'll give you an example. I think this can help you to differentiate between an entrepreneur and a business person. Okay. So when you look at it, back then in the days, we used to struggle like finding a taxi.
Yeah.
We used to go for if, for example, if you want to find a taxi, you were required to go and find a taxi rank That's how we used to find taxes. But these guys came up with Orlando, Yango. Those guys are entrepreneurs because they came up with an unique way to solve that particular problem.
That just seated again, you know.
Yeah. So and then when you look at the business person, a business person can be somebody who, let's say for example, somebody is selling salaola, and then I see that same person selling salaola, then I'll be like, okay, I'm interested in selling salaola. Then I join into the salaola market without adding any uniqueness to that salaola. I just join in. I just even when I start selling.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So an entrepreneur and the business person, these are two different things. For you to be called an entrepreneur, you really need
to be innovative.
And then that innovation needs to solve a particular problem. Because if you solve a problem, people are going to pay you. So these two are two different things. And then we're not supposed to be misquoting them to say that I'm an entrepreneur while you're a business person.
Yes.
I myself, I consider myself to be a business person because I haven't yet solved a particular problem in a unique way.
Yeah.
But soon I'll be called an entrepreneur.
Wow, that was so amazing. That was so amazing, guys. So to be an entrepreneur, you need to be innovative, come up with ideas that will solve problems, and those problems should bring impact to the world at large, your countries, your areas, wherever you are. Oh, that was very, 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 very great, and it was a very awesome answer. And I've been doing school before the time I was a student, and I was not good at business then while I was still in school, but seeing how like you're doing business administration, right? How have you applied the principle of school to your business?
Okay, that question, school, okay, on my part, I'll only be saying from my own experience what I've been experiencing. On my part, I think the base level of education is from grade 1 to 12. These other education, such as the formal education, the university, I would say if you are a business person, you want to get into business, I would say it's not the right way to go, because I'm telling you, I've been in school, I've been studying business administration. I'm learning about theories that were done in 1840 something. And then when you look at it, the world is constantly changing. Every after 6 months, there are new innovations that are happening. So now, I wouldn't say that I've really, used the principles that I learned in school to use them in my business. Because in school, they haven't taught me how to sell. They haven't taught me how to bounce back
how to negotiate,
how to
persuade, all those things.
So I would say that education is good due to the fact that we are told to go to school, get good grades, and then after that you you look for a job, and then after that you start paying bills. So now if you look at it again, most of the successful entrepreneurs that have made it so big, I would say 75% linked through the streets. Not really the street, but venturing into something that they are passionate about. For example, if I want to start a paint manufacturing company, I need to work for a painting company. I need to work for somebody that is selling paints for me to understand the process. Rather than you going to school. Because if you go to school, you are only going to learn about Henry Fayo. Henry Fayo did these principles in 1920.
What's your principle? You yourself, exactly. This is what we talk about. What's your principle? Because if you, let's say, for example, if Henry Fayo, whatever he did, and you now, this is the present, that was the past. So some things, I feel like some theories are out of date. We need to start coming up with new theories, if I'm right. And that was a very good
But don't misquote me. No, I'm saying school is very good.
School is
teach
very
you how
good.
to
I love
present yourself.
Exactly. I love the concept where you just said from grade 1 to grade 12. That's so very important. But from there to there, it's our own decisions. And you're not the first one to tell me about that. I've met a lot of people that have told me to say, from grade 1 to 12, that's the real education. But from these are just our own choices. Because we've seen great people that have gone into, after grade 12, they've dived into their dreams, coming up with companies. Others are into now logistics. Others are into, it's not because they had a degree. It's not because they got a diploma. It's how innovative they were. So school is very important. We're not saying it's not bad, but it's very important and it's very good. Yeah. So my next question is very simple because it's still attached to this. Have you? It's just a question. I want you to answer yes or no. Have you ever come across a theory at school, especially university? I mean tertiary, like at school that has applied in real life during business while
Um,
doing business?
I think the only business concept that I can remember that applies in real life is it comes from accounting, the business entity concept.
Only.
Uh, according to me, I think this is the only concept that I can
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
remember. The business entity concept, which simply means the business money is not your money.
It's not your money.
Yes, I think that's the only concept that I've been trying to utilize in the business
In
world.
the business world.
Yeah,
Wow. Business entity. Two
business entity
different
concept.
things, yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, understanding of business entity and the like, how have you managed to separate the two between your business and your life as a student? Because student life is not easy. So, how do you manage your expenses aside from your business? Say, okay, this money, this 15,000 is for the business. Me, I have a 200 squat. Do you manage to overcome such challenges? And how do you?
Mary, I like to use the words that my madam likes using to say that business is not for everyone. And that's just a fact. If you
Yeah.
are weak, business is not for you because, like you've said, you've got a 15,000 and then you've got a 2,000.
Yeah.
15,000 is for the business. And then the 2,000 is yours. And then, for example, somebody calls you to say, okay, we've got you are a sick patient,
Mm.
and then we need your help with 10,000. What are you going to do? It becomes so hard for you to choose what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So I would say that business, it's very hard to what's this, to conquer. That's why if you are getting into business,
Yeah.
I think personally, on my personal level, I think if you're getting into business, I think just try to put family issues aside and harden your heart, because if you're starting married, there will be a lot that will come your
Yeah.
way. There will be a lot.
And people think that you've got money but you don't have.
You see,
You've come across such a
you
situation
see.
before.
So what I mean by putting a family aside is that one great man mentored me with this principle.
Mm-hmm.
He was telling me to say that if you are in a if you've been put in a pit with together with your family,
Yeah.
if both of you wants to come out, both of you want, well, you all want to come out at the
Come on.
same time,
Yeah.
no one will come out.
Yeah.
But if one person comes out of that pit and then goes around to look for a rope or a rudder, then they put it back and then they start coming out one by one. So what I mean by this is that if you are applying the a business entity concept in your business, you're supposed to forget about the. I'm not saying that you close your ears
Yeah.
to what your family is saying, but some issues that you feel to say that they are going to disturb your business or the running of your business.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we yeah, like you said, I think it's just a matter of having a strong heart and having the tough mentor, that what's a tough
Yeah. Yeah.
mentorness, whereby you, even if a challenge comes to you, you've just kept the money for the business. That's why they say that business people only work cars. So
So for you it's okay to be caught backers.
that's very much okay.
Okay.
It's very much okay because once you're starting in your business,
Yeah.
a lot of people say that in the workers because uh, the money that you have,
Yeah.
the money that you're supposed to give them is there for the business. And then you need to negotiate with the business. But if you try to negotiate with the business and your business can't allow you to get that money to give those people, then you can give them. At the end of the day, they know that okay, you drive a nice car, but you're not giving the money. You say that in the workers, not knowing to say that the money is being invested in the back into the business. And then there will be a time whereby the business will start generating a lot of money. And then you'll be giving them. And mind you, business is not something that you just like, I start today, then tomorrow I make a profit. It
Yeah.
takes a lot of
Takes
time.
a
That's why in
lot
my
of
preamble,
time.
I talked about something like for you to go into business, you need to have a strong emotion. Like you need to have emotional intelligence
A
because
strong
there will be
one.
a lot of setbacks and challenges that will make you feel like a Kempo.
Yeah, make you feel like a Kimbo, like a Kimbo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's so interesting. Business entity concept. Your business is your business. Your businessman is your businessman. Wait until it matures. Wait until you have the profits. So that was very interesting. But have you ever come across whereby you want to like you don't want to give up, but because of the challenges that you faced, have you ever had a mindset of giving up on your business? Like a young entrepreneur, as we all know you. Like, have you ever just said today, oh my God, I'm going to give up Vanikanga? And
A
have
lot.
you ever?
A lot. Because I'm telling you, before getting full into business, I was working for engine filling station. So now I was working. All this I was working. Yeah, I was getting good money as a person coming out of secondary school. But I saw myself that okay, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm really not going anywhere. And then after that, there was no opportunity for me to be fired. So you know what I started doing? I just started misbehaving at work. Started misbehaving at work. Then after the boss told me, gave me a resignation letter, and I was so happy. And then
Wow.
I went into the business now. So how I went into the business space, I didn't just go there. There was a time whereby there was this supplier of mine, I call her Sis Doris. She used to supply me with clothes because I'm into clothing business.
Yeah.
She used to supply me with clothes. So what I used to do is that if she comes to me, brings the clothes, I would like I would tell her that I like this business that you do. How can I get to learn? Then she told me, there's no problem. You can be coming to the shop. So what I used to do is that at Engine we used to work night shift and day shift. So what I used to do is that if I'm working in night shift, the following morning, before like if it's a Monday,
Yeah.
night shift is starting, I would get clothes for the whole week. So what I used to do is that I would carry my bag with clothes, I would go there, and then I work in the night, 7 hours I'm out, I'm at the shop in Comesa.
Wow.
After when it's night starts at 16, 16, I go back, I take a bath, I put on the uniform, I start working. So just like that, until she introduced me to the suppliers and a lot of people. Like I know a lot of people in Comesa. There's no person that you can tell me about in Comesa
everyone in
that I
Gomeza
don't
knows
know.
you. Yeah.
So
you have a chain.
yeah.
I'll come for you too.
Until I saw it fit to say that okay, I think this is the time for me now to go into business. But I had no, there was no opportunity for me to leave my work.
Yeah.
You see, and then I started misbehaving, and then they fired me out of that. They gave me a resignation letter until I got into business. Now when I got into business,
Yeah.
it was really tough. I was thinking that people make a lot of money. I was making 100 kwacha at a month. I even started remembering the money that I used to get at a month. It was big. It was quite big for a student coming out of secondary school.
Yeah.
I started remembering the money that I used to get. But we survived. And we're still surviving. So I would say there are times whereby I've thought of giving up a lot. There are times whereby you're writing exams tomorrow and then you've got clients that really want your full attention. Your friends are studying, you are there in commensa. Your friends are having class, you are there moving up and down. So yeah, there has been times where I thought of giving up, but
Maybe just
due to consistency,
I focus on school.
Due to consistency and everything, we are here. We're still pushing.
Yeah. That's really great. That's so inspiring. I wish I had your spirit. I wish I had your spirit. That's so inspiring, guys. Make sure you just focus on your business. A business is a good platform for everyone because I believe when you're doing a business, it's your thing. You're the boss there. And I believe every money that comes in, it's yours.
Exactly.
So I feel like young people should also invest in businesses. But coming to think of, I'm sorry to say this, but I just have to say it. Our parents' mindset, like the other generation, like the 1990s and the like, they believe in being employed. Let's say they want you to be like, get a job, becoming a manager. That's what they want. Say, oh, my daughter's an accountant. Oh, my daughter's a teacher. They just want that name. But what can you say about that sentiment to say, parents feel like you going for business is not the right choice, but rather be employed. So can you go for employment rather than do business? And in a situation whereby you just can't have both, you have to choose one. Which one can you choose?
I'll choose business.
But how would you handle your parents' emotions? Because your parents want you to be They want you to sit in the office like it's a laptop, scrolling there up and down, white collar jobs. But you as an entrepreneur, which one can you go for? And how would you handle your parents' emotions?
Um, I've been in that situation before. I've been in that situation. So what you need to understand is that when you're starting something, it's only you that can see it. Same as these people that are houses architectures.
Yeah,
These people when they're designing a house, they see the whole building before it even comes into existence.
sure.
You see,
Yeah,
when you give work to an houses architecture, they will tell you, and then you will think that it's not possible. They will tell you how the building will be. They will tell you how it
yeah.
will be, and then you will think that it's not possible. So same applies to parents or people around us. When you are starting, people will think it's that you are mad.
They can't see the vision,
They
right?
can't see
It's
the
only
vision.
you.
It's only
That's why
you.
it's very difficult to work as a team when you are starting because no one can see your
No
vision.
one can see your vision. It's only you. Only you.
Yeah.
So now, how do you get to handle your parents now? You are starting. You've noticed that okay, me, I don't fit.
I don't
I
fit.
don't fit in this. Maybe you're working as an accountant. I don't fit because there are accountants that are broke, but the person has been running with numbers. They've been doing
True.
numbers,
True.
but they are broke.
In companies that are so reputable, like they've got a very good reputation, but they don't know anything about business, and that's true. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, you can continue.
So, how do you get to handle your parents' situation? First of all, like I've said, if you're getting into business, you have to be different. That's the key thing. You have to be different. And then, if you're getting into business, you need to understand that nobody is going to believe in you, especially our parents. They are never going to believe in you.
Yeah.
Parents only wants us to, graduate, get a good job, and then after that continue
Is
paying
it even a
bills.
good job?
They only congratulate you if you make the business a success. But behind the success, there's also what we call behind the
The
scenes.
scenes.
So now, in those behind the scenes, nobody is going to see you. Everybody will be criticizing you. Everybody will be thinking as if you're mad.
Sure.
But how do you get to move forward? That's where now emotional intelligence comes
Comes
in.
in.
That's why it's very important for anybody who's trying to venture into business or for anyone who's trying to go the business way to first develop the emotional intelligence. Because there will be times whereby you think to say that I should just kill myself because nobody's
Yeah, yeah,
believing me.
yeah.
My parents are not supportive. The people around me are not supportive. Our boyfriend, girlfriend are not supportive. Everybody around me is not supportive.
Our families are supportive.
Imagine, and then so what I would say is that you know I think we really as youths we really need to advocate for a paradigm shift in parents. What I mean
Yeah.
by this is that we really need to advocate for something like parents need to understand that after they pay for my secondary school, it's up to me to take it up. Either I want to go the business way or either I want to go the corporate way.
They don't want the shame on their kid. When they see their friends, they take their kids to university, Zika, settling home. They want to be saying, "Oh, my child is there," but like how would you handle such a thing? They really want you to be there. There are things where like your parents can even denounce you. Say, okay, do what you want. Don't call me as your mother. I'm no longer if I don't want to go to university. And such has happened before. But like what you have said to say I have to take it on my it's very difficult
It's
for
very
those
difficult.
people out there to say, okay, I have to take it up. I don't care what my parents are going to, because you wouldn't want to be denounced, you get. So my point is that in as much as you are diving into business, you want to be like want to come up with something. The point is that how can one person balance it up as a student, as business, but the parents should also be in awareness. If they're not in awareness, what can you do? That's why we are saying you have to.
I think the way I can answer that question, Mary, um, if you get an opportunity, your parents are paying for you to go into university, do it.
Do it.
And then after university now, trust me, you become independent. It's up
Yeah,
to you to take it.
yeah,
Because After secondary school, you are a grown-up person.
Yeah, yeah.
After university, you are a fully grown-up person. You are
Can't
able
even
to
marry.
make decisions on your own.
Yeah. I feel like even just there when you're done with grade 12,
Eh,
you're able to make decisions
you are able, and
because they're
then
letting you go now.
imagine, and then so what I would say is that you need to tell them, talk to them. If you see they are not like in agreement to what you want, I
Yeah.
think the best thing is just to go on a lonely path. Just go the lonely, because entrepreneurship or the business is a lonely path.
Yeah.
You only meet people when you make it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I think the way we can balance up is just to talk to them. Talk to them. If they're not in agreement with what you want to do, I think just go the lonely path. On my path, I'll just go the lonely path. Just continue
But the
going until
depression, the anxiety that comes,
that's
the
where emotional
trauma,
intelligence
intelligence
comes
comes
in.
in.
Yeah. That's why, if anything, before you get into business, first thing you need to build your emotional
Your emotional
intelligence.
intelligence.
It has to be so strong in such a way that you are able to adapt to any challenge that comes your way.
I feel like it's also, I don't feel, I believe it's also important to have a business mentor. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like before you go into this route, you have to understand how did you overcome. You need someone who help you, guide you, someone who tell these are the things that happens. It's not a smooth road. There'll be times whereby you'll be alone. There'll be times whereby your friends, even your very best friends, even your own blood won't be there.
Won't be
That's like
there.
entrepreneurship. Yeah, that's strange. That's weird because it deals with emotions and the heart what it wants. But yeah. Okay, my second last question to cover up everything is what best advice would you give young people out there, especially young ones, business wise?
Oof. um, my advice is simple. If you feel you're passionate about business, go
Yeah,
for it.
go for it.
But as you go for it, always invest in yourself. In yourself.
Yeah,
How do you invest in yourself? You invest in yourself. You invest in yourself. In yourself. It can be either reading books, watching podcasts. Okay, watching things that are in relation to what you want to
what you
do.
want.
Because your business can only go as far as you can think. Your business cannot go beyond your thinking capacity. It can only go as far as you
As you
can think.
think.
But how do you get to start thinking? You get to start thinking when
Expanding.
you invest in yourself.
Yeah,
That's the greatest investment you can ever make.
true.
Because I'll give you an example. If you invest, maybe you invest in your boyfriend, you're buying for your boyfriend things and stuffs,
Yeah,
likes,
yeah,
there'll be a time they'll leave.
yeah.
But if you invest in this mindset, the mindset, let me just talk about a little about the mindset. So, our mindset, the way they are, the way they were made, or the way we were born.
Yeah.
First, when we were born with what we call the blank slate. What it means is that we were born, then our minds were empty with
Empty.
nothing, literally nothing. So now, what creates our minds is the environment where we grow up from. So now, the moment you are born, there will be a time whereby your mind
True.
start absorbing things, and then there will be a time whereby you are able to make decisions, and then it closes. Understand? It
Okay.
closes. So now, the one which is on the bottom is what we call the subconscious mind. The
Okay.
one which is on the top is what we call the conscious mind.
Conscious.
So what happens is that the subconscious mind is the most powerful mind in the human body. That's why. That's the reason why there are times whereby you remember those things that you used to do when very
Very
very young.
young.
Those things they are in the subconscious mind.
Which is the long term memory, right?
Yeah, the long-term memory. In short, for like, let's just say it's a long-term memory.
Yeah.
So now the conscious mind is only there to direct you. Same applies. If a ship is going, there is the person who is on top who is looking at where the ship is going, and then there's a person down who is controlling the ship. So the person who's controlling the ship gets instructions from the one
One
on
on
top.
top.
If you remember Titanic, the main reason why Titanic got crashed was because of There was a person that was looking at where the ship was going, and then he got distracted by Jack and Mary when they were doing romancing down there. I
Yeah,
don't know if
yeah.
you remember that. You've watched Titanic.
I've just said.
Yeah, so there was a part whereby Jack and Mary were doing some romance. So the person who was controlling the ship had to lose his
Get
focus
distracted.
and
Yeah.
start watching Mary and Jack. So now the person who was controlling the ship couldn't get any instructions. You see? So now the moment he realized that I'm supposed to focus on the ship, there was an iceberg in front. And then the time he gave instructions, started telling the ship it was already late. So what I'm trying to say is that the mindset, the conscious mind controls the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind only gets instructions from what we say. So if you keep telling yourself to say, me I'm a dull person, me I'm a dull,
You'll
then
be
the
down.
subconscious mind will take it as true, and then you become a dull person. So, 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 there is need for the
To tell
paradigm
yourself,
shift
yeah.
there's need for a paradigm shift, because if you're trying to tell a person who wants to, like, if say they should give an advice to somebody who wants to get into entrepreneurship,
Yeah.
so there'll be need for first telling them about the mental, the mind first. If you've also watched the Karate Kid, do you know the reason why Jackie Chan was telling that boy to be, putting the jacket there every day, putting the jacket there every day? Because he noticed to say that every time that Karate Kid comes back from school, he throw the jackets away.
Yeah.
So if you just tell that person that get that thing and then put it on the bed, it's more like you've just told them on a conscious level. But if you keep on repeating it, it goes into the subconscious mind. It becomes automatic to you.
Yeah.
You understand? It becomes automatic to you. Same applies. So if a person is trying to get into entrepreneurship, they need to understand first the mind. Then that same mind, if they understand the mind first, they'll understand their passion. If they understand their passion, then they're good to go into entrepreneurship. So my advice would be that if you feel that the entrepreneurship is the right way to go for you,
Yeah.
go for it. There are other people that make it to the corporate world, working for other people. They
Yeah.
make it.
White collar jobs. Yeah,
White,
we've seen them.
they make it. So you just have to discover what works for you. I wouldn't say that everybody should go for business. No, I'll just say you need to discover what works best for you. Then after that, pursue that path.
True. Yeah, that's best advice. So, what I've just gotten from that point are two side points. Work on your mind, and you didn't really talk about it. You just said, let me just say discipline. You've talked about something to do with discipline, but you didn't mention it. I feel like even discipline is very important as
Exactly.
we young people want to involve ourselves in things that we want to become, even business that we want to have. Like if you want to become a soldier, you need to start running before you even start applying for recruitment. If you want to become a business person, start reading books dealing with businesses, podcasts, watch people, find mentors that are into business and the like, which is very important. Okay, this is now the last question. But the conversation is so interesting, it's so interesting. So, like, how have you applied? I know in the journey of business, you've learned about not you are learning about leadership. So far in the journey of leadership, as you do your business, I know you're a leader. Of course, you've got a business. Obviously, it's a must. So, how have you seen as a leader why it's important to have skills as you're doing business?
That's a very good question. Huh?
Yeah,
That's a very, very good
yeah,
question. As a leader, one thing you need to understand, if you choose to become a leader,
mm-hmm.
you need to understand that the people that are behind you, they are looking up to you.
Sure.
You understand?
Yeah.
They're looking up to you. If you are a leader, you need to understand that these people that are following me, they are looking up to me. And these people are only great if I'm great. They are only great if I'm great. Same applies. If a sheep
Yeah.
is led by a lion, those sheep can defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. Understand?
True.
So if a leader is a lion, even those sheep will be acting like a lion.
Okay.
So same applies. If you are a leader, you are supposed to be equipping yourself with skills each and every day, because the world is changing. It's really changing. and it's moving at a faster rate.
And again, leadership on its own, it's a skill already.
Yeah.
That's what we put on our CV, like skills,
Leadership and the likes. But as a leader,
Yeah.
you have to be working on yourself each and every day because the people are looking up to you. And then
Yeah.
it can be so embarrassing. Not really embarrassing, but if the people are looking up to you, you are the vision carrier, right?
Yeah.
So if you're running a business, you're the vision carrier. Let's say, for example, the way we're moving into AI and the likes.
Yeah.
As a leader, you can't be outdated with the issue of AI, or else the people that are following you, they're up to date with the issue of AI. So it simply means, as a leader, the first thing that you're supposed to do, you need to look at yourself, look at the people that you are leading around your area of interest. And then after that, look around the skills that are there that I can develop that will help my people rise above. Because if you're a leader and then if you're ignorant, trust me, if you're running a business, even the business will collapse because these people that you're leading are looking up to you each and every day. They're not looking up to anyone else, they're looking up to you. So if you are not thinking as a leader, if you're not developing yourself in skills, even the people become dominant and they'll become lazy. And then at the end of the day, what happens? The business collapse. So as a leader, it's very, very important for you to be equipping yourself with skills. Not any skills that just comes in. You need to look at your circle, your area where you're operating from. Look around, see what skills are there, see what skills are coming up. So they say as a leader, they need to focus. Focus simply means looking forward. Yeah, having a vision. So look around your circle and then look outside the box, outside of that circle. What skills will be there maybe in the next 10 years? And then start developing yourself so that by the time you are there, you're fully equipped, you're fully aware of everything that is happening around your circle. So that people that you're leading, they're able to follow you and they're able to conquer with what it is that you are doing. Because the people that you're leading, one, they can't follow you if they don't see any vision in you. And that's just a fact. That's how we find certain. If a person is maybe working, the main reason why there are other people that are working, they're all interested in the salary is because they have seen just that our leader doesn't have a vision, or the vision of the business is not going anywhere. That's why others will just say they will just maybe work for 3 months, they quit because the leaders are not up to date with information. Then when you're up to date with information as a leader, you're not supposed to be putting yourself as, just because I'm a leader, I'm up to date with everything. You put yourself as a master. No, you need to put yourself as a servant to them. You need to work like them, but you are the leader. You're working like them, yes, but you are the leader. You need to be equipping yourself with full information. You need to be up to date with everything that is happening around you. If it's a career, if it's a business, if it's a profession, everything, you need to be up to date with whatever is happening in that profession, business, or career.
Wow.
So it's very important to have skills.
Yeah, very important. Okay, last but not the least, you brought up this one. For yourself, the time you're answering. So my question, it's not really a last question, but I just want you to have a short brief on what you think about AI. We know this thing. We can't ignore AI, and it's very powerful to see. We've even seen our applications now. There's AI at the corner. If it's WhatsApp, we've seen there's like an AI, something like that. So what are your thoughts just about AI? What do you think? If it's bad, it's good? I just want your thoughts in a minute, if you can manage.
Okay, so if you say in a minute,
Yeah.
I would lie and then I'll miss out. So let me just say my thoughts about AI. When you look at AI, what does it mean? Artificial intelligence. You understand? Artificial. What does artificial mean? Something that is not real, something that has been duplicated. It's not real. So now, artificial intelligence. So what it means is that those people that made AI, they were just to get a copy of the mind and make it artificial. You understand?
Yeah.
So now, AI, such as robots, they can't fully function. They're just a duplicate of how a human being can function. You understand?
True.
So now, I've noticed that in Zambia there is not much aware about AI, and then it has become like a trending issue because it's more like, that's when it's coming to Zambia. Always in your Western countries, it came a long time ago in
True.
2009, 2010, somewhere there. But here, this is when it's coming. And then it's more like
Let me just say
trending Africa. It's more like it's a trending issue. See why we're out of date in Africa.
Yeah.
Is it? So AI is just an artificial that has been duplicated from the mind.
Do you think it's good?
I would think, according to there was watching a documentary of the godfather of AI, the person that invented AI. He was saying to say that AI, when they were creating it, it was good, but now it's becoming bad.
People are becoming
Big
lazy,
people are
don't you?
becoming lazy because of AI.
Yeah.
Because if I'm given an assignment, I just go on AI and then type maybe if what is business administration. It will bring a lot. Now I just copy and paste. So now I would say it's not really bad. There are in areas where it can help you, such as maybe the brain. Because when you talk about AI, you're simply talking about everything around us. You're talking about laptops, you're talking about phones, you're talking about cars, you're talking about
Technology.
technology in short.
In short.
That's what AI simply means, artificial intelligence. And then when you look at it, I wouldn't say it's bad because it has really brought development into the country. As you can see, these other Western countries are moving into the fifth industrial revolution. All is us in Zambia where that's when we're moving into the second industrial revolution. I don't know if we're still in the phase or we are moving. Because when you look at it, industries now no longer use people like to do, manually. What's this? Machines are doing all those things.
Robots.
So all that is because of AI, and then we're having a lot of production in the world because of AI. So I would say AI is a good thing, but if you misuse AI, it becomes a bad thing. Understand? So if you program something like if a machine has been programmed to say that it will be helping you with the house chores, isn't that a good thing?
It is.
Though I know it will be replacing job, but there are jobs that AI can't replace. And then those jobs now require you as a person to be fully equipped because AI is
To be more than AI.
to be more than AI.
So you have to think beyond AI.
But the thing is that you can't think beyond AI because that one has been made in a unique way. But you need to be equipping yourself because there are jobs that AI can't replace. Understand?
Yeah.
So you need to be fully aware of your profession, your business, and everything around you, so that you know what skills you can have as a person that AI cannot do. Because AI can't do anything, it can't do like everything. There are certain areas, there are certain areas where AI fully operates, and there are certain areas where humans
to have the greatest job ever. They'll be having a lot of money. Therapists. What do you think?
Yeah, because
they do the emotions of people. So I feel like those people have a very good position in the future.
Yeah, but
when AI comes in, the robots don't have feelings.
Yeah, but to answer your question, I would say AI has brought in development, and it has brought in more good. It only depends with you as a human on how you use
it.
AI.
Let not AI destroy
Because
you.
trust me, Mary, long time ago, people when they were communicating, it was very difficult. I heard some stories that they used to, beat drums and the likes, but nowadays it's just a phone call away. Just call somebody who's far away. It's all because of what? AI. It has made communication to be very easy. It has made a lot of things very easy. We have cars now. It's all because of AI. So I would say AI has brought in more good, and then on the bad side, it's up to you as an individual on how you use it.
Wow, that was interesting. To wrap up the conversation, my name is Mary Wala and our guest, Mr. Kennedy. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow, share, and subscribe on my page and on my channel on YouTube, Let's Talk Finance with Mary, and on Facebook, Let's Talk Finance with Mary, on LinkedIn, Mary Wala, Instagram, Let's Talk Finance with Mary, Threads, Let's Talk Finance with Mary. A lot of platforms, guys. Follow me. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate for
You're
coming
welcome.
here.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.